Okay, let's talk about habitual transformation. You can understand why habitual transformation is that we make special shape places. For example, if I want to make a special shape on this board, I will make an arc on it, right? We can select the corresponding board and click the habitual transformation. The first item of habitual transformation is to restore the shape. For example, if my board is a special shape, right? It is a special shape. I can first restore it to a certain shape. For example, I adjust a module, call a module of an arc cabinet, right? Special shaped cabinets. Arc cabinets have arc cabinets. First, you can restore the special shape to a certain shape. This is the first item. Then the second item is a habit library. The habit library contains our ready-made modules. There are many modules that we have made. We can directly call it. Directly change the parameters and use it directly. Then now the shape is wrong because we did not write a parameter correctly. We did not change one of its parameters. Shapes like these can be directly called. This is the habit library, right? In the habit library, the first one is the template we made. The third one is the CD board. We will talk about the CD board in the next issue. Parts and how do we import CD cabinets. Then we have quick shape below, right? Quick shape. Then at this time we select the corresponding panel, right? Shape transformation, quick shape. First we can see what special shapes can be made, such as inner arc, outer arc, bevel, right angle, dig an inner circle, and inner square. They can all be made directly. Then, for example, I want to dig an inner arc. Let's select the corresponding angle, the upper front angle, right? What is the radius? 50. This is the inner arc. Similarly, I can also make one. Quick shape practice of outer arc. The outer arc, right? Which angle is the front angle, right? What's the radius? The radius is 50 or 100. This is the outer arc, right? Then the edges are actually the same. So if I want to dig an inner circle, right? I can practice the transformation, right? Quick shape practice. Dig the inner circle. For example, the distance from the center is 100. For example, the distance is 100. Then the radius of this circle is 20. Do you see it? This is an inner circle. This inner circle is dug. If I want to do more, what else can we do? Because our panels support multiple shapes and multiple selections. That is to say, we can make this shape with several panels at a time. For example, these arc panels are right. I can restore these arc plates to rectangles first, right? If I want to make an arc, I can directly select them, right? Practice transformation, and then the outer arc. What is the radius of the right front corner? 260. In fact, it is very convenient for us to make this arc. There is no need to touch it. We can guide an arc by ourselves, which is also very fast. Then this is one of our special shaped operations, a special shaped operation, and then there is a quick groove digging function below. Quick groove digging, what is the most commonly used one? The most commonly used one is our lamp trough. That is, we select the boards that need to dig the lamp trough. As long as it is a board, we can select all the boards that need to dig the lamp trough. After selecting, we can use the quick digging of the square trough in the transformation. How to write this value? The distance from the left, right? This is the left, this is the right, left and right. Generally, they are dug through. If the distance from the left is the main distance, is it 0? How much is the distance? The distance after is determined by yourself. Yes, look from the front to the back. This is the front. This is the back. This is the back. From the front to the back, this is the back angle, right? That is the depth direction. It is the back square width. It is not the slot width we talk about. How much is the square width? Is your board wide from left to right? From left to right, it is the width of our board. If it is dug through on the left and right, then it is the width of our board. But the widths of the boards I have selected are different, right? At this time, we can use the parameters below, which are the k in the brackets k. K is equivalent to a straight or curved direction. For example, it is possible to get the width of each character. The depth of the square is the groove width, because it is called depth when you look from front to back, right? When you look from this angle to this angle, it is called depth when you look from front to back, right? So the depth of the square is equivalent to the groove width. Is it locked on the surface or below, right? The cutting depth below is the groove depth, right? The cutting depth of 11 is usually 11x 1111. The light trough is confirmed. At this time, we call it one-click digging of the light trough. Do you see? That is to say, all the boards we selected are dug out. This is our one-click digging of light troughs. Okay, in the same way, in this digging of troughs, right? There are also our light line troughs. Light line troughs are also commonly used. That is to say, we can change habits after selecting the corresponding panels, right? Then quickly dig the troughs. Then the light line troughs are on the left or right? Right, the left side. And then how much is it at the back? Because the front and back need to be dug through, right? From the front to the back, right? Dig to the back, then it will be 0, right? According to the top, it is 3, because this trough is a side trough, right? The distance from the top side is how much should be left on the upper side, is that right? For example, the length of the groove is 200. How long was the groove just now? How much was it in the end? The last 100 should be 130, right? Then the width of the groove is 5 from left to right, right? The width of the groove is 5, for example. And how many groove pins are there? For example, the number of groove pins is 8, and then confirm that the groove is out. Do you see it? This groove is opened again. This is our light line groove. This is our light line groove. These operations are relatively simple, commonly used, These operations are more commonly used.
And then
there is also our zigzag edge banding below. What does zigzag edge banding mean? It means our special shaped edge banding. Here you can check each line. You can
double click.
Right? It will light up. The corresponding line will light up. You can see the edge banding value of each edge, right? Check if there is wind. If there is no wind, we can change it here. If the banding is wrong, we can also change it here and confirm it. This is called zigzag edge banding. That is, we can set the edge information of each edge, including arcs and nails, because you can define whether to seal or not and how much to seal. Then there is a batch setting of edge sealing. For example, these special shapes of arcs may be different from the cabinet edge sealing. Then you can select them at this time. After selecting them, you can directly, in this zigzag change, there is a zigzag batch setting, right? And then the edge sealing amount is set, right? For example, if it is sealed 2, I can count it directly and count 2 to confirm. Then at this time, let's take a look at all the left, right, front and back. All
of
them are 2. You can see that this is equivalent to setting the sealing separately. When the edge sealing is different, we can define it here. It has an edge sealing, and actually there is a hole position. That is to say, for example, if some special shapes are poured in, right? Or maybe after making it, the holes are not generated. What's the matter? There is something in the settings. Just click on the settings. There is a Zixing line add hole and Zixing line fixed face value. What does Zixing line fixed, no face value mean? Just check it, then we can set a default edge banding for the special shape. For example, the default edge banding of all my special shapes is 1. Then you can check the Zixing line fixed face value at this time. First, if you cut out a special shape or dig out an arc, the default edge ceiling is a straight line. What does it mean to add a hole position for a special shape? For our special shape, there is no hole position generated. At this time, we can select the operation, right? First, check it in the settings, and then find our hole position in the changes of the changes. Check it in the settings, and then there will be the hole position in the changes of the changes. Find this hole position. We can select the hole position here. It is the same as the cover. We can select each corresponding edge. Is this piece connected? What hole position scheme do I use? Click the hole position scheme at the back, right? It will pop up. Which scheme do I want? I can define it myself, right? I can define each edge. I can define each edge and then directly confirm it. Do you see it? This is some of the operations we like to perform transformations.